Quickly before we get into the video, if you guys are short on cash for any of the new GTA Online content, then check out G2A's website in the description. They have super cheap and discounted shark cards. Sometimes I find mine for like 50% off, so it's a really good deal. But yeah, if you guys need some money, then definitely check out G2A's website, link below. Hey, what's up everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA Online video, and today the Viseris came out. Now, what you're seeing is me driving the X80, and I have two speedometers. At the top we have the miles per hour, at the bottom we have the kilometers per hour. Now I want you guys to keep an eye out on those, because what's interesting with the Viseris is that it's the new fastest vehicle in top speed in the game. As crazy as that sounds, like it's a sport classic vehicle, but somehow it's glitched out and it's the new fastest. But I want you to look and pay attention with this X80. So as we go here, if people don't freaking keep sending me invites, you can see at the top in the miles per hour, it really only hits about 130, 135. And the reason we're testing it at this part in the map is because apparently this is like the bumpiest, and that's sort of what gives you speed. The bumps, the suspension, it all sort of ties in together and it increases your speed. But as you can see, 130, what was that, 137 I think we may have hit, and that's about as fast as this goes. And in GTA Online speeds, like 137 is really fast, if not one of the fastest speeds, right? Because I mean, the X80 here is one of the best supercars in the game. But what we're gonna do next is go ahead and load up the Pariah. Now the Pariah is one of the new sport cars, but it is actually broken as well, because as you'll see, in terms of top speed, it does just as good as the X80, if not better. So we're going to take this same route, and you can see we're already at 125. So for a sport car, I mean, that's, you're already super speeds, or, you know, supercar speeds, 130, 132, and then maybe up here we'll, like 137, 140. So we're in the 140s in a sports car. So we're going to be just going down the list of the broken cars, basically. So yeah, this is the Pariah, and I mean, I'm not going to test it back, but we almost hit 150 in a sports car. So this sports car, just to give you guys some perspective on how crazy all this stuff is, this sport car, I believe, is now one of the fastest top speed cars in the game. But then we're going to go back to another supercar, the 811. Now the 811 is the fastest supercar in the game, and the reason that is because it's got some suspension glitches, I think, and as you'll see, you'll sort of hear it maybe in the gameplay. You can hear the suspension going up and down, but the miles per hour, we may even hit like 170, but already right off the bat we're at 136, so we're higher than that X80, and then we're in the 140 range, so we're almost as high as the Pariah. But once we get up here, once we get to enough, you know, to a top speed, it should jump. You can see 150, almost at 160. Don't know if it'll do it again. It looks like it's not going to do it again. We'll do one more test going back just to test it. But the 811 is the king for top speed, basically. You know, at least because the RE7B was patched. That was a glitched out vehicle as well. That was patched. So the 811 became the highest top speed vehicle, I believe, in the game. Now, what does this mean, you know, for free roam and all that stuff? I'll get mainly what this means in a second, but we're at 145. I don't know if it's going to do anything to get to that 160 limit, but you saw we got pretty high, or we got the highest we've been, right, out of the X80 and the Pariah. What was it, 158 or something like that? So what we're going to do next is spawn the Viseris, and then I'm going to show you guys how crazy this vehicle is. So you, like I said, we're at 160 basically, right, for top speed. We're going to go ahead and start this bad boy up. Now, one thing you'll notice with this vehicle, it's got absolutely no freaking traction. It's hard as hell to control. However, check the top speed. We're already at 140, already at 150, almost at 160. We haven't even gone nothing but like, you know, a couple 100 feet. We're at 170 now. I don't know if we can get higher than that. I think the highest I've gotten it was like 175. but we're hovering around 170 in a sport classic car for its top speed. Like, as you can see, we're going to spin out here. But that is just insane. Now, I did have some gameplay of this in GT Online, because obviously I'm in single player right now. But unfortunately, my recording decided to fail, so that's why I'm doing it this way. I figured this is the easiest way to show you guys, because we actually have a speedometer in single player, can spawn it in. But we're almost at 180. We just hit 180. This is just ridiculous. Now, the question that I don't know if I want to answer, but I'll somewhat answer it. Should you buy this vehicle? Because I know that's that's the question a lot of people want to know. We'll just go ahead and keep driving around, because you can see how fast it actually goes on some of these other straights. I would buy this vehicle if you like vehicles that have high top speed. But here's the thing. The RE7B was somewhat like this a couple of months ago. It was super fast, and because it was glitched, basically. And that's what's happening here. This is a glitched vehicle. Obviously, a sport classic car is not supposed to have the highest top speed. And what ended up happening, the RE7B got patched. I believe it took him a couple of months, but it eventually got patched, and it sort of ruined the whole superclass, because it was the fastest car in the superclass, really in the entire game, for a couple of months, and then they patched it, and it became horrible. Not horrible, but it became not as good as it once was, and not many people use it anymore. So that's what may end up happening with this vehicle. This vehicle may end up getting patched, so just know that going in. If you spend, I believe, the $875,000 on it, you may end up regretting it in a couple of months if Rockstar do patch it and then make it bad. Now, for racing and all that, I don't know. I mean, I don't really race in sport classic stuff. I can say that if you're doing straight line stuff, yeah, it's going to be good. But here's the thing, and you won't really notice it when I am going on a straight line, you know, on these roads, but this thing's handling is horrible. It slides all over the place. You know, it's not really good for driving around if you're not going in a straight line. So really, where this fits into online, if you just like to stay on the highway, and if you like to hit those top speeds, you know, if you like to have the fastest vehicle in the game, then yeah, this is 100% the car you need to own. But if you want it for any other reason, then you're not going to have any luck with it. So really, it's going to come down to, are you willing to spend that $875,000 to have the highest top speed vehicle in the game, but also knowing that it could get patched and it could become worthless. I mean, in terms of customization and all that, I think it looks, you know, pretty cool, and it has grown on me a little bit. You know, earlier when I showed this off in single player, I didn't really like it, but I kind of like it now. And it's got guns on it, so if that's something that bothers you, unfortunately, yeah, you can put guns on it, because Rockstar decided to put guns on every vehicle now. As for everything else, though, customization-wise, like, it's got some good options. It's got some really unique stuff. Like, the engine sounds kind of unique. I don't know if I can show you guys, but it's kind of... I have to stop. Hold on. If we don't crash. Here is the interior, if you're curious. But if I go ahead and go back out, you can see in the middle there, that's the engine. Like, I don't know if it's kind of hard to see, but in the middle between the two seats, like, that's part of the engine. So there's some sort of unique features about this vehicle, but really the most unique is obviously that top speed. So I just wanted to make this video to let you guys know about this. I don't know if it's something you're interested in, you know, if you want this, but at the moment, this car is broken. It goes the fastest in top speed, and if you are looking for a car like that fits those requirements, then you got to buy this car. So anyway, that is it with the video. Just wanted to let you guys know about this this broken vehicle. Like I said, hopefully Rockstar don't patch it, because I mean, it's a sport classic car, so like, I don't really care if it's the fastest, you know, because it's not really good in any other aspect, so why not have it? But who knows what Rockstar are going to do. But anyway, that is it. So thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.